if I may, here's Donald Trump in his condescending, increasingly shitty posture with his "I've given up on worrying about my hair" three-tiered split zone comb over. The structural failings are massive. He has three sections. It's
MAGA.
That's right. And the
stroker.
Watch it. Watch it.
The stroker.
I'm trying. All right. So this is.
I like wood.
Stay out of this, Tucker.
Deeper and longer.
Nobody cares. All right. This is Trump taking questions from reporters. I guess just yesterday. Oh, and they got to jump ahead to this. Hold on. And then cut.
No, it was a very sad weekend in the sense that we lost a great person. I'll be going on early Sunday morning. We're going to Arizona, taking some people with us on Air Force One. Maybe you people are going to be with us. I don't know, but we're going to be going Saturday early.
Yeah, they're the pool. They'll be there
early on Sunday morning.
Yeah, that's when the service is.
Okay.
Or was.
Go ahead.
It's like, yeah, it's yeah.
Good. We had talks going on. Scott Bessent is there and some others. Jameson.
Whoops. We got a little little piece of Adderall spittle.
We had talks going on. Scott Bessent is there and some others. Jameson.
Ew. Ew. Yeah, he's in England. He left today, and they a bunch of them. I don't know if this. Ew.
Talks going on. Scott Bessent is there and some others.
Ew.
We had talks going on. Scott Bessent is there and some others.
Ew. There it is. Whatever it is. Ew. That was a pill. That was the piece of the blue chunky thing that he had in the back of his mouth.
And yeah, I think they're going fine.
Wait, did he just break wind again?
And yeah, I think they're going fine.
That can't be. Somebody dropped a bag of shit on the tarmac.
Jameson is here. And yeah, I think they're going fine.
Ew.
We're going to see, but we've hit them very hard in so many other ways. I don't know if you know. Do you know what they're paying right now?
Oh, he doesn't know. He doesn't know the current number, so he's trying to ply it out of the reporter. This is
hit them very hard in so many other ways. I don't know if you know. Do you know what they're paying right now? What are they paying right now? Do you know what China's paying right now in tariffs? Huh? A lot.
He has no fucking idea.
Yeah, I know exactly what's happening. A lot of drugs are coming out of Venezuela. A lot of Tren de Aragua they're trying to get out, but we're stopping them successfully at the border in Venezuela. We have a tremendous amount of security. They send the Tren de Aragua, that's the gang, probably the worst gang in the world, MS-13M. I think they're probably considered worse. And we don't like...
Well, they have to now, because that's the new story.
What Venezuela is sending us, whether it's their drugs or whether it's their gang members, we don't like it. We don't like it one bit. Hold it. You want to move over here, fellas? Wouldn't it be easier for you? Go ahead. What was the message to Victoria Prime Minister on Friday? Look, we're with them. You know, they've been a great ally. A lot of people don't understand that about Qatar. But Qatar's been a great ally. But they also lead a very difficult life because they're right...
By the way, he means a great ally, not because we have a military base there, but because he signed a huge deal over there and they helped him launder $2 billion worth of crypto.
In the middle of everything. So they have to be a little bit politically correct in their terms. But
Diplomatic.
I will tell you, they've been a great ally for the United States, Qatar.
Yeah, they shot a boat again. Yeah, I saw that. We'll get to that in a second.
Well, we'll see what happens. There's certainly not a lot of boats out there, I'll tell you. Since the first strike and then to a lesser extent the second. We don't see any, I mean, we almost see no boats out there, which is fine as far as I'm concerned. There's been
So they're getting by?
very little boat traffic.
There's little boat traffic. What a jackass. Okay, real quick, let me see if I can bring that. He had this get together in the White House. Where is it? Hold on. Son of a bitch. I'll get it. Hold on. This is just today, just so you know. He had like this, I don't know, this gibberish about signing an executive order about Memphis. Okay, that they're gonna redirect shit from where is it from? Here we go. Yeah, it's Charlie. It's Charlie Kirk related. Hold on. Trump. I'll get his Trump remarks. Hold on. I'm sure today. Yeah, here it is. So this is. Hold on. He looks like hammered shit. I mean, he's not looking good these days, anyways. But especially now. Yeah, hold on. Let me back this up to here.
Hello, everybody. Nice to have you here. We have some big things to announce. Today, at the request of Governor Bill Lee of Tennessee, who's standing with us, as you know, I'm
You mean that guy?
signing a presidential memorandum to establish the Memphis Safe Task Force, and it's very important because of the crime that's going on, not only in Memphis, in many cities, and we're going to take care of all of them, step by step, just like we did.
By the way, it's because they've cut funding all around the country, and never mind the shuffling of National Guard to cities that he wants to shame, like blue cities or whatever. The reality is, red states have budget deficits, and one of the reasons is because they get these block grants and then they don't pay for shit, and so they don't have enough cops for their areas. They underfund these kind of things. While they're saying like Minnesota and fucking Seattle want to defund the police, they've been doing it strategically over the years, allowing feds and the state police to pick up the slack for some of their major areas. Any place that isn't Nashville and Tennessee, for example. Yes, and Memphis has a black mayor, so they're going to jump in on that. So
in D.C., we have virtually no crime in D.C. right now. And we're going to keep it that way. It's our nation's capital. We're going to keep it that way. Or
it is? We're going to keep it as our nation's capital? Does anybody know about? Can we confirm that? Can we? Okay.
We're going to federalize it if we had to, but we don't have to anymore because it's in such great shape.
Actually, he just declared a longer emergency, or is planning to do it today or in the next 24 hours because the time is running out on that temporary emergency order. He's just basically doing this like he's doing with the tariffs. Everything will be in. This is the emergency presidency.
This task force will be a replica of our extraordinarily successful efforts here. And you'll see it's a lot of the same thing, although the numbers here are really something. They're really bad. Now, we did send FBI in about 4 months ago to work, and it brought some of the numbers down. And they did a great job, but we're sending in the big force now. We also sent them into Chicago on a sort of a moderate basis.
Yes, moderate soldiers on the streets.
And we brought down crime a little bit in Chicago, but we're now going
A little bit.
to bring it down very big. We're going to be doing Chicago probably next. I was with
Probably.
a great businessman, a man who is involved in all cities through his business.
Wow, that's a lot. You must be exhausted.
And I say, who
All cities.
do you think should be next after Memphis? And he said, sir, you've got to save Chicago.
Sir, tears in his eyes, big strong guy, pants around his ankles, reading from Deuteronomy right there.
We're going to wait a little while.
Right, because you don't like him that much? Was he owe you money?
But he said, you got to save Chicago. You can't let
Were you just going to wait? Sorry, you have to save Chicago. You have to save Chicago. Sir, what should I do after we pull this guy out of the swimming pool? Well, there's a guy drowning in the river over there. Okay, we care. We're going to wait a little while and then pull the guy out of the river.
it go. And
Because it's an emergency, you understand? It's an emergency.
This is a very prominent man that everybody knows, and
Oh yeah, big dude. Yes, 6'5", big nose. One testicle hangs low by his knee. The other one's hasn't been seen in weeks.
this from another man in
Yeah, we all recognize him.
Memphis was saying, Bill, he was saying, very interesting, he's on the board of FedEx, and his hotel is about a block away.
He's FedEx hotel is about a block away. Is he?
And he said, when I walked there, I said, you know, I don't want to do this again. I never want to do it again, and they won't let me.
Sorry, he walks from a hotel to work. I mean, look, I don't know if FedEx doesn't pay what they used to, but he shouldn't be working the streets. He should settle down, find himself a good pimp, and work indoors.
Let me walk there. They take them in armored vehicles. They take the board members of FedEx in armored vehicles.
No, they don't.
Like a block away to the hotel. This shouldn't be the U.S. This shouldn't be the United States of America. The task force will be a replica, as I said, and it's going to be, I think, equally successful.
Sorry, let me get this straight. The FedEx facility is a block away from a hotel, and you can't walk a block without dying in Memphis. I'm going to float this for a second, and maybe these guys just don't like to walk. Maybe they're just rich assholes who don't walk. Why would you walk? It's a nice hotel. You want to show up in the lobby in a fancy car, don't you?
Successful. This is a tremendous success we've had in Washington, I can tell you, and everyone knows it. And people in the White House that work here and other people that I know are calling me and thanking me.
Oh, yeah. Thank God you have plenty of time to field calls from the people thanking you for allowing them to go out to restaurants again for the 5th time in 2 weeks.
Going out to dinners and doing things that they haven't done in years.
Really? I can walk! Mein Führer, I can walk!
The effort will include the National Guard as well as the FBI, ATF, DEA, ICE, Homeland Security investigations, and the U.S. Marshals.
And a partridge in a pear tree. Danny.
And more along the prosecutors. We're going to have DOJ led by U.S. Attorney for the Western District of Tennessee, who is here or not here. Who's that person here? That person is going to be very busy.
No, they're not here.
So we're going to have U.S. Attorney for the West.
That person, you don't have nobody wrote the name down? Nobody, do we even have one? Has one been appointed? Did you forget?
Western District of Tennessee, and most importantly, Pam Bondi's here. She's heading it up, and she's doing an unbelievable job in
Where is she?
every respect beyond this. So also work.
She's right there, or it's on his side. She's over his right shoulder. Pam Bondi's here, someplace. I don't know.
With some of the members of the team.
Yes, the U.S. Marshes and the U.S. Jans will also be there. The U.S. Cindy's would like to go, but they've got homework.
Right here on D.C., and we're very proud of that effort. We essentially had the crime down to a very low rate in 12 days, and within
Essentially.
another 10 days after that, it was so incredible.
It was so incredibly bad or so incredible. You know what? I don't need modifying adjectives in this circumstance. Just let that hang in the air.
And it continues at that level, and we're going to continue. We have to because it's our capital.
Yes, you also have to continue covering your hand with your other hand the entire time you're sitting at the desk. And also, it's good that they put this bar across there so that to advertise in a way that also covers your hand in case you move it. So that's helpful.
This team will deploy the
And also sit behind the desk so nobody sees your cankles.
full powers of federal law enforcement agencies and enforcement generally to restore public safety and get dangerous career criminals off of our streets. We're going to get them off.
Yes, and get them into the the corporate offices where they can do some real good.
In 2024, Memphis had the highest violent crime rate, the highest property crime rate, and the third highest murder rate of any city in the nation. Other than that,
Well, it's a red
they're
state.
doing quite well, thank you.
He likes doing that rhetorical irony thing. And it's probably because everybody around him has to laugh when he does it.
A person is 4 times more likely to be murdered in Memphis, Tennessee today than in Mexico City.
Yeah, but you're 10 times more likely to not care.
It's been, and you know Mexico City is not a cakewalk.
It isn't? Well, especially for the cake. I mean, what's the cake status currently there? If like if you were, well, I mean, obviously you don't cake walk. The cakes travel in armored cars.
It's been overrun with carjackings, robberies, shootings, and killings. There were 249 murders, 429 rapes, 5,616 burglaries, and 12,522 violent assaults.
Are you scooping the rest of those in then, or are they separate? Do you separate violent assaults from the? Because I would guess that a violent assault is necessary for a murder. I don't. Well,
In just the last
unless it's, of course, you know, like a Dr. Harold Shipman kind of thing.
little while, in 2024 and in pieces of 2025, where it's actually gotten worse until recently when we sent the FBI down to see what the hell is going on.
Sorry, so it got better just because you sent the FBI down and they figured out what was going on? What did they figure out? That the numbers were wrong?
Last month, a vicious thug carjacked an elderly woman parked at the movie theater, dragged her out of the car, and body slammed her into the pavement, where she is still trying to recover, probably.
What? She's still on the cement? Maybe when you sent them fucking down there, they figured out, yeah, they have a tendency around here to just leave violent crime victims where they fall. What? She's what? She's still there?
Body slammed her into the pavement, where she is still trying to recover, probably won't be successful.
Not if they leave her there on the pavement. She's an old lady. She's been body slammed. I don't know, Memphis, maybe help her up?
So we're not going to allow this kind of savagery to destroy our society anymore. We're stopping it.
Well, I got to tell you, I don't know if the savagery is doing it. I think it's this leaving the woman on the ground. Probably worse than the actual initial attack, I would think, right?
Doing one by one, we have time, but we want to go quickly.
Doing it one by one time, but we want to go quickly. But Chicago can wait.
We don't want to lose Chicago. We're going to lose Chicago.
I think it's pretty much going to stay where it is.
We're going to lose places like you go to St. Louis. St. Louis. We're going to lose St. Louis. We're not going to lose. We want to save these places. You're going to lose.
You're going to lose St. Louis. It's going to fall. We're going to have to put a wall around it, and then Snake Plissken's going to have to fly in there and get you out. Escape from St. Louis, I think, is the movie.
Call me Snake.
All right.
It was the way the man said it. He was a very high quality man. I said,
Did you check? What the hell? A very high quality man? What kind of qualities do you look for in a man? I mean, I'm not judging. I'm not here to yuck anybody's yum, but goddamn.
who would you do next? He said, sir, do
Who would you do next?
Chicago. You don't want to lose Chicago. We're not going to lose Chicago.
You already said that part, by the way. That was on the other page.
So we're going to have to go very big, and we're going to go probably, we're thinking about it for next Pam. We were going to hold it off. We're going to do some of the smaller ones, and the truth is,
Why? If it's an emergency, isn't it? Well, I guess it is.
our people are so good. Gaddy, you're doing a great job wherever you may be. We're doing so good that I don't think we need too much practice, right? But we got to go and save our big cities, our great cities. Chicago's a great city, and we're going to make it great again very soon. And I think we.
So it's already great, but you're going to make it great again. Okay, cool. Do you have to fuck it up first? Is that what you're doing?
can do that Despite the tremendous size, I think we can do a real job, and we're going to give you the resources that you need. So with that, I'd like to just end by saying we're going to make Memphis safe again, and I'd like to ask Governor Bill Lee to say a few words, and then Pam can talk, and anybody else you'd like to talk to. We'll go through the whole list. We have all day long if we have to, because this is a very important thing. We have to save our country from violent crime. So, Bill?
Yes.
Oh, you mean like child sex trafficking? Epstein files.
Sir, Mr. President, first of all, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your commitment for federal resources to the great city of Memphis. And it is a great city, and it has a great history
Yes.
and a great legacy. And
I thought you was talking about Graceland.
we are very hopeful and excited about
We are very hopeful. Like, you got to throw that stuff. If you're from Memphis,
the prospect of moving that city forward. I've been in office 7 years. I'm tired of crime holding the great city of Memphis back. And
so you've just been completely useless this whole time?
I have spoken today with the director of the U.S. Marshals, with the director of the FBI, with
What's
Joe
her name and
Bondi.
him?
We realize that this effort of
Would require more taxes from our constituents, and we're just not willing to do that. So we'd rather lay the cost of policing our cities in Tennessee off on the blue states, like we do everything else.
agencies that will combine the work of the
Keep that bruise covered. Keep that bruise covered.
Tennessee Highway Patrol and the local police departments. When we come together,
Right now, over me.
we can make significant change in our city, in the city of Memphis, and that is a powerfully important thing for the state of Tennessee, and I want to say thank you.
This will be your proudest moment when we see you in 4 or 5 weeks, maybe sooner. You're going to see numbers that will drop and plummet like you haven't. Just like we did in D.C., they plummeted. Nobody could even believe it. And they're going to plummet. It'll be one of your really proud moments, and you've done a good job, too. But
The great plummeting.
this will be maybe your proudest moment.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
And the
so-
director, as the director said, the goal is sustained.
Right. Got to keep it.
Sustained crime lowering.
Yeah. That's where you're going to have to pay for it with state taxes, so that you're not forcing you're just pegging the bill for dealing with crime in your state on every other state that actually does pay taxes.
And that, with this effort, I believe we can get there. We can finally get there for that city.
Yep, we're going to have it sustained, long time. And your people are going to get better and better, and your police force has been terrific. They're working with us very much, as you know. Started it, as I said, on a little basis, and we got it down quite a bit, but now we go in for the big march, okay?
And Director Patel and his team have done remarkable work so far. As
Sure.
you know, the numbers are great, and this will be one more step in the right direction for Memphis.
That's true.
Thank you.
He's done a very good job. Thank you very much. Pam, please.
President Trump, at your directive, we went in, as you all know, to D.C.
I will consider that progress that she called him President Trump and not President, like he's El Presidente.
and took over the city of D.C., working hand in hand with Metro Transit Authority. All of the agencies represented here today got over 2,000 violent offenders, got over 200 guns off the streets of D.C., and D.C. is safe again. And now Governor working...
Sorry, 200 guns? When do they not have a sweep like that? When does in any big city, when did they ever do a sweep, any operation at all, any task force, and not end up with that much or more?
With you and working with our 2 U.S. senators and all of our agencies working hand in hand, we're going to do everything we can to make Memphis safe again. That was President Trump's directive to us, and it's easy to do when you're working with such great leaders. And Secretary Noem, you have been instrumental in this, and Director Patel has already been into Memphis and gotten so many violent offenders and guns off the street, and that's what started it. And working, Stephen and Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, thank you. We've all been going nonstop, working hand in hand together, and Gowdy Serralta, Terry Cole.
Well, they certainly didn't need Kash Patel on the Kirk case.
And and Director Driscoll of ATF wearing 2 hats, and Pete Hegseth with the National Guard, all working hand in hand and being out there for a month. You can't tell who's with what agency but for the t-shirt they're wearing, because everyone's working hand in hand, and that's why we've been so successful. We're going
What the fuck do you expect them to do? Be fighting on street corners with somebody in a headlock?
to do that in Memphis, and we're going to get crime off the streets.
That's great. Thank you, Pam. Great
Thanks,
job.
President.
Christie, go ahead.
Mr. President, Memphis has a high number of trafficking, significant human traffickers, child exploitation, drug trafficking. The local gangs there are extremely dangerous, and I'm so excited that you're going in there to work with not just the governor and willing local leaders, but also our Attorney General.
And the tax dollars of California and New York.
And all the leaders that are standing here today to help protect our children. So what's going to change dramatically is the families' lives that live there. And it's only going to happen because of you, because you're coming in. What has started there, you're going to put on steroids. The networks that you're going to uncover across this country.
So you haven't uncovered them yet? Then how do you know? I mean, I guess across the country, not just in Memphis. She's just assuming. So the idea is that there's crime you haven't seen yet. You're going to roll in there and get rid of the crime you haven't seen yet, and then take credit for that crime that nobody ever saw. Okay.
Because of the work that's going to happen in Memphis, we're going to see every city get safer, because we're going to see those ties to other criminals that we're going to get out of the country. So we're a nation of laws. And sir, thank you for caring about every single city.
Thank you, Christie. Really nice. And what makes it to me so exciting is the success we had here so quickly. And, you know, we've taken close to 1,500 people out of D.C. But when I saw the result happen so quickly, and so many people are so thankful, and people that you pass them every day and they're fine.
No, he doesn't.
All of a sudden, they're thanking me so profusely. It was so exciting what's
Sorry, I guess he means White House staff.
happened. And
What day have we not seen everybody around him have to kiss his ass?
continues to be what happened in D.C. And so that's what makes this, I think, even more
He got booed on the street when he went to Joe's Stonecraft.
exciting, because we know what's going to happen. We know we have the people. Look, we're sending in a lot of help. These cities have been taken over for years, and the last 4 years under Biden, what's happened is just a disgrace. So it really has, what the success we've had here has made it.
Okay, hold on one second. Memphis crime rate. Let's see. Let's see. Is it gonna... Memphis had a high violent crime rate in early 2025 with 2,500 violent crimes per 100,000 residents, ranking among the highest in the country. However, official data from the Memphis Police Department indicates that overall crime has dropped to a 25-year low in the first 8 months of 2025 compared to the previous years, with significant decreases in robbery, burglary, and larceny. This disparity is due to differing methodologies between the city's data and federal reporting standards. Violent crime rate, overall crime rate at a 25-year low, according to Memphis. Why they're different. Okay, the higher crime rate is based on analysis of FBI data, while the city's claim of 25-year-old comes from internal MPD County Crime Commission data. The data collection differences. These figures can arise from variations in how crime data is collected and categorized between the city and federal agencies. Positive trends. And get it out of here. Okay. Neighborhoods with crime. Okay, decreasing crime rates. Despite high rates overall, recent reports indicate a promising downward trend. Memphis Police Department reported that overall crime was 20-year low, including number murder rate at a 6-year low and sexual assault at a 20-year low. The Memphis Shelby County Crime Commissioner and data from the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation corroborated that overall crime dropped by 11% in 2024. Some areas within Memphis have a much higher crime rate than the rest of the city, including downtown, which has reported a crime rate of 62% higher than the city average. Of course, in Tennessee and in surrounding areas, most crime that happens in the sticks goes unreported. So the other areas that have been highlighted in the crime rate include Parkway Village, Oak Haven, and Whitehaven, Curra Lake. There's been some scrutiny over Memphis police how they calculate crime rates, with local publications questioning whether the city's claim of a 25-year low is entirely accurate. Perception of high crime persists among residents, even with evidence of a decrease, which police officials have called an image problem. Super. I remember when I went to Memphis years ago with my buddy Chris. We were there because they were closing a comedy club there, and the guy couldn't get people to perform there, and so Chris knew him personally, and he's like, "Would Hal come down and do a show so that I can make some money, so that I can afford a moving truck, so I can get all the gear out of the club?" Right now, they're going to foreclose on it if, you know, and I'd never played this place before, but it was a friend of Chris's. So I was like, glad to. So I went down there and did a free show at that club, packed it out. It was nice. It was a really good show. But they used all the money from that night to basically shut the place down because the area they were in it wasn't even sketchy. It was just dry. There was just nothing around. And then we were downtown. Downtown was actually kind of jumping and interesting. Wasn't great. It was like, reminded me of Toledo more than anything else. And then we went to Graceland and had a peanut butter and banana sandwich and drove to see my relatives in Nashville, I think is what we did after that. Oh, and I forgot. They did tell me about a murder, a killing that happened there while I was there. A woman came to the show, and she invited me and Chris she worked at the zoo, and she invited me to the Memphis Zoo to go behind the scenes and take a tour and all that kind of stuff. So I did the behind the scenes tour of the Memphis Zoo, which was lovely. And we got to feed the giraffes, and one of the ladies said, yeah, the only animal to ever kill a human being in the Memphis Zoo was a giraffe. He kicked a dude's head off. So took me about a couple weeks, but I gotten over it, and I have a 10-minute bit about it. Come see my show at Flappers, or and maybe I'll tell about it sometime. Yep, knocked his head clean off his shoulders. Yep.
Much more exciting because I think we're going to have proportionally. I mean, you have cases where it's even worse. I have some people. We have some people quoted today that we took out of papers. We're so grateful for the National Guard coming.
Yeah, that's good. Why does this sound like a timeshare sales pitch?
Said an owner of a Memphis.
I hated cleaning my own gutters.
This tax service. It's so dangerous here. It's so darn dangerous that you can't get out of your car. If you get out of your car, it says you get robbed, you get mugged, you get hit.
Usually those all go together, I think, right?
Can't go to the market or a service station.
Well, I mean, if you get to the market, what are you going to do? Spend the money that you've had stolen? I mean...
So, yeah, I want to see crime stop, and I want to see the National Guard come in right away if that's what's necessary. There's a need. Here's another one from a director of a Memphis-based crime prevention organization.
You mean a right-wing crime group, anti-crime group that's there that you guys have been talking to for a long time?
The need for more boots on the ground. You have to get them done fast before we totally lose it. They're going to lose it all. I got 2 guns. Put them.
Yeah, they're selling Memphis for parts as we speak.
In my face, said another. Within 5 minutes, at 2 different locations. Said I got a gun put in my face. Then I went someplace else, had another gun put in my face.
Yeah, I think maybe it's something about the guns. Maybe hold on. I'm gonna check something. Let's see. I see we can come up with a. Trying to come up with a downtown. Yeah, hold on. I could only find the one. There you go. Hold on. Downtown, and I'm gonna buy me some new shoes. Where is this? Arkansas Bar, let's do it. Midtown Campus, Body Midtown. Let's do that one. Where the fuck? I want the video. Where is it? Oh, can't connect to the server. Nice job, Memphis. Good job. Good thinking. Hold on. Arkansas Memphis website. Jesus. Buzz cam, traffic cam, on there. I don't know. This is Memphis. Like, let's just keep an eye out. See if anybody can spot somebody getting pistol whipped on the freeway. Let's see if let's scroll. Okay, Memphis weather and TDOT cameras. Let's try that. There it is. This is the crime watch. Here you go. This is all gunfire. It's all around the outside. Downtown's pretty clear, but there's clearly some. These are nuclear explosions. That's the exhaust from trucks as they steal Memphis.
I was scared. It never happened to me. I've never seen anything like it. Here's another one. I honestly thought he was going to kill me, said a 60-year-old Memphis carjacking victim. A man walked up, give me your car. You got 5 seconds to get out or you're dead.
Is that how it went?
This is what we have in this page after page of the same kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Was that really, honest to God? Is that really how it went down?
Cash, would you say a few words, please?
Oh, yeah, great. Fill in all the gaps.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thanks to your brilliant foresight, you had asked us to go in quietly into these cities to help set the landscape, to work with the interagency, and to make a...
No, he didn't. You were talking about, at the very beginning, moving the headquarters of the FBI out of Washington, D.C. So he had you scouring the different offices in red states to see if you could put them there. You liar.
America safe again. And we've done that under the FBI's banner program of Operation Summer Heat. And the results...
Operation Summer Heat Rash.
Are only as good as the prosecutions. And because the Attorney General and the Deputy Attorney General have mobilized DOJ to successfully prosecute so many violent criminals, we have set the landscape for the interagency to come into Memphis and really make it safe permanently, as the governor and the Senate.
Permanently safe. That's a tall order.
And the other directors were saying it's not a short-term mission, but thanks to you launching us early, launching us quietly.
See, I'm starting to think if you guys are looking for a stock tip, for-profit prisons. Yeah. And I'm just guessing. I won't be investing in them, but I'm sure somebody will feel like doubling down and making some money. That's going to be a way to do it under this administration. Just guessing. It'd be good for 20 years.
Not looking for the credit, Mr. President. We greatly appreciate your support and the advanced foresight you had in doing that.
It's so exciting, and somebody had to do this. A president should have stepped up long ago and saved these cities. So it's not that I wanted to do it. Believe me, somebody had to do it, and we're doing it in a big way. Excellent. Pete, could you say a few words, please?
Yes, Mr. President. From day.
Yeah. Let me put some chapstick on so I don't chap your ass.
The DOW, the Department of War.
I'm glad you made that correct.
Correct for you, sir. Has been proud to stand with our partners across the interagency, whether it's Southwest border, whether it was Los Angeles getting ahead of that, whether it's right here in Washington, D.C., where Secretary...
Yeah, nothing like getting ahead of crime that hasn't happened yet. Nothing says freedom like pre-crime.
Driscoll and the Army and the National Guard have taken the lead in helping across all of these great folks to secure the city. We are very proud to be here, to stand strong alongside law enforcement. We're glad that Memphis is the place to go. The volunteer state, we're not going to have any problems with the Tennessee National Guard being willing to go in and stand strong in Memphis, sir.
Not at all. And get ready, because you'll be doing a lot of other places that are almost as troubled.
You got it, sir.
Some of them are equal. You look at what's going on in Baltimore, where the governor is telling me how wonderful it is, and you can't walk across the street without being shot.
Yeah, you can. Happens all the time. I'm fairly certain people can cross the street, and I wouldn't advise yelling "fuck the Orioles."
Could I ask our two great senators to say a few words?
Of course,
please.
Mr.
Marcia.
President, thank you so much. I want to say a thank you to Director Patel, because he had promised that he would come into Memphis. We've had Operation Viper there this summer.
Operation Viper? What did you do? Install Daryl Ice's car theft alarm on everybody's vehicle?
There have been over 500 arrests. There are over 100 indictments. And Memphis...
So what about the other 400 people that you arrested? Sorry, that's your... We have a 20% conviction rate? I mean, indictment rate.
The best stats they have had in years.
Yeah, but that's only an arrest and indictment. That's not conviction. What if they're just rounding fucking people up to punch up the numbers?
This past August, last month, it was the best August they have had. It's because...
Again, aren't these people innocent until proven guilty? Haven't you actually... Again, don't you actually have to get them convicted?
Of the work that's been done. And now to have a new phase of this enforcement for Memphis, where we are going to have all of these agencies working as a team, as the governor said, making certain that this is a long-term effort to make Memphis safe again.
Okay, U.S. Marshals operation conducted in Memphis during 2025 August did not result in 500 arrests. It was 150 arrests. And they called it Operation Memphis Streets, as opposed to Operation Viper. The 2-week initiative focused on gang members and individuals with violent felony warrants. There were 141 individuals arrested. They cleared 163 warrants. Charges included 14 individuals were arrested on homicide, 67 aggravated assault, and then other crimes. Among those apprehended were a suspect in a triple shooting that killed a 93-year-old woman and an individual who allegedly shot at police on the 4th of July. The operation resulted in recovery of 5 firearms, 3 of which were stolen. I presume before they were recovered.
And Mr. President, we are so grateful and we thank you.
Thank you.
Wait, tell me.
Yeah, thanks, Mr. President. And this is an issue that's plagued Memphis since I was a boy, Mr. President. And it's time that we addressed it. And I appreciate your leadership allowing us to do that. And the team that you've assembled here is going to help us deliver the most fundamental responsibility of our government, and that's public safety. This shouldn't be a partisan issue. This should be something that is our primary goal. And certainly I hope to see Memphis become the safest city in America. And thanks for the effort of all of your team here to make certain that happens. Thank you, Governor Lee, and I want to say thanks to the Memphis Police Department and the Sheriff's Department there too, who have all worked closely.
I gotta say, the Ben Franklin statue and the Lincoln statue on the podiums next to the desks seems fucked up, doesn't it? The only reason I can think that they're there is so that if he gets up and moves around or goes someplace else, they can hide his legs from camera view. If he stands up and talks to everybody, like around here, and he stays in this general area, it will hide his ankles from the public. Or some other device, some other, like, medical device that he's got under the desk or any of that kind of shit. This is fucking weird, isn't it?
To bring this together, I look forward to tremendous results.
And I want to thank the FBI for the last 4 or 5 months, because they have brought down the numbers quite a bit. Chicago here and a couple of other places that we can talk about later if anybody wants to. Could I ask you to, Terry Gaddy, say a couple of words also? You really did lead the charge here, and you've done such...
Yeah, tell them something about the Epstein files. Have you been going through those? Have you found any new stuff in there? Like any video or photographic images that you... No?
Mr. President, thank you for always supporting law enforcement. I think the major difference here in Washington, D.C. has been your support for law enforcement, has been empowering the men and women that are on the street working every single day. And I look forward to not only going to Memphis, but other places in Tennessee as well. And I think you'll hear from us real soon, Mr. President. Thank you for your support, sir.
We have plenty of places.
Yes, sir, we do.
You know the country very well. That's great. Thank you, Terry. Please,
Mr. President, I just want to say that
He knows the country very well? He is an American, I presume.
we're honored once again to lead the charge with the United States Marshal Service, leading and joining 22 other federal agencies. I can say that today we spoke with over 30 of the local agencies, letting them know what to expect, giving them the template that we've done here in DC, so they know what to expect. They're extremely excited. I think everyone is going to be well received.
Get on with it.
The law enforcement surge that we're about to take.
It's like, literally, this is just like draw attention to crime, tell anecdotal stories, act tough on crime, get everybody to kiss your ass, and hide from the fact that, like, Patel fucked up the entire Kirk investigation, and if the guy hadn't turned himself in, he'd be in the fucking wind right now. And that, quite frankly, they all want to avoid talking about the Epstein files for as long as possible.
Thank you. Great job.
Thank you.
And I'm going to ask one of the best lawyers in the country. He is one of the best. Todd, say a few words.
That's because he's your personal.
He is a great lawyer.
Thank you, Mr. President. Yeah, look.
Yes, as Ghislaine Maxwell's lawyer, he managed to get her moved to a cushy fucking Club Fed.
I think it's been said for the past 15 minutes, the president ran on making this country safe again, and we do not make this country safe again unless we go into our cities where there's the most violent among us and go street by street and block by block and arrest the men and women in this country that are destroying cities and communities for the rest of us. And so what we plan on doing, as the governor said and the senator just said,
is what? Sweep and just knock doors? Just go through neighborhoods house by house?
This has been a problem in Memphis for a long time.
Yeah. Do they have to paint a figure in lamb's blood on their door to know that you pass them in the night and don't take their firstborn?
We plan on delivering Memphis back to the citizens that are there to raise their families, to go to church, to be in their communities. That's our goal, and that's what we plan on doing, whether it takes 2 weeks or 2 years. That's what we're going to do.
Next time. The great Stephen Miller, please say a few words.
Thank you, Mr.
Show
President.
the same emotion you do on television. That's hard to do.
Yes,
I think that's good.
see if I can do it. President Trump's initiative here in Washington, D.C. is
Jesus Christ. It's like, and now a word from our praying mantis.
Important to understand, is the most successful anti-crime initiative in American history.
That up yours, Sean Spicer.
But just think about it for a second. In 30 days, President Trump put together a team that saw the largest ever violent crime reduction in any city in American history.
No, anytime there's a fucking parade, like if a crime drops during the time leading up to it and just after, all the time, because they sweep through, they clean the streets, they have a lot more cops because it's going to be a parade. Ask the fucking Boston Marathon folks if crime doesn't drop around the beginning of the marathon, the prep for it, and right after. Get the fuck out of here. That's what happens when you put all these people in the street. At some point, you've either got to, incarcerate a shit ton of people for a very long time, or you've got to keep people on the street like this all the time to keep new crime from occurring.
People had not been able to do in 40 years. That is a momentous achievement. And now the president is going to take that same model to Memphis, and as he said, more cities after that. The team the president has put together has no equal today or anywhere in American history. I think what's happening here is that what the president has done is made clear. The power of federal law enforcement that was used for the last 4 years to harass and attack conservatives, to harass and attack Christians, to go after law-abiding families, the power of law enforcement under President Trump is going to be used to get all the criminals, all the violent offenders.
Obviously not the pussy-grabbing adjudicated rapists and their asshole buddies who are friends with Epstein. Obviously not them.
All the murderers, all the cartels, and all the domestic terrorists off our streets.
So you're going to rearrest all the Jan 6ers?
Whether you're Antifa, whether you're a domestic terrorist,
or a right-wing militia group in Michigan,
you are a violent gang member, a drug trafficker, a trained Iraqua killer, or anyone else that's threatening our people, President Trump is saying he's going to use his FBI, his DOD, his ATF,
to distract from the Epstein files,
DEA, to wipe you out, to put you behind bars, to take you off the street, or to apply whatever legal consequences necessary. Mr. President, I'm honored beyond words to be a part of this team under your leadership as you've saved thousands of lives.
Thank you very much. Come on over, let's sign that bill. You want to say anything about our great military real fast? He's won a job, he's doing this guy.
Mr. President, so our Army National Guard is honored to be part of this mission. This is their community. A lot of them are from D.C.
This guy's been doing a great job, what's his name?
From Tennessee. When you talk to them, when you talk to the actual population out there who interact with them every day, they say it's a blessing to have them as a part of their life. And then for the National Guard getting to have this where they get to improve their communities, where their kids are growing up and they're going to church, and this is where their families are. Many of them, sir, have said this is the honor of their lifetime, so thank you.
Yeah, and a bunch of them are slightly annoyed that they're picking up trash and doing gardening.
Look at that nice face, and yet he's a killer. That nice, beautiful face. And he's a total killer. I don't know how you do it.
Lotion, sir.
Everybody here.
Hold on, what did you
Here
say?
we go.
Wait 1 second.
How you do it.
Lotion, sir.
Everybody here. He's a total killer. I don't know how you do it.
Lotion, sir.
Everybody here.
I literally can't hear it because my headphones are not here. Does anybody know what he's saying? Something major, but...
All right, here we go.
What are you looking at? You're worried he's going to spell it wrong?
How wonderful.
Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Thank you,
Do you have
sir.
any? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Very
much.
much.
President.
No, thank you very much. Great job. Any questions, please?
Yeah, how come nobody photographs you entering or exiting the room anymore? How come they only bring the press in after you're already seated? And I'm curious. Like,
So easy that.
hold on. Do they walk him out? I'm almost out of time.
This country's going to be safe. We've got almost 3.5 years. Think of that, 3.5 years. It's a long time. It goes quickly. But at the end of that time, I hope one of the many things we can say is that we made our cities safe again. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you. TV, we're done. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they're not showing. They're not like that. You'll see him like walk in and out of someplace, but you're not seeing him get up or sit down. Is there a, let's see, yeah. I guess this would be, yeah, they're not going to show it on their channel. Isn't that curious? Is he in a wheelchair? No, I don't think so, because I mean, I guess he could use one when he doesn't feel like walking. But, am I at the tail end of it? Yeah. So I'm at the end of the show. I gotta go pick up Summer at the airport. So, love you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care of yourselves and take care of somebody else. Yeah, I don't think he's in a wheelchair, but I do think that they cover for him not having to get up out of a chair because I think he needs help. For real. It's not a good sign. Increasingly, that's what's happening. Either he walks in and he stays standing, or he's already sitting when the press comes in and he stays seated until they leave. He does not get up out of a chair with people around at all. Yeah, if he's been using a walker around then, especially when he's getting up and down, yeah, not good. I mean, you know what I mean. Anyways, much love to you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Take care of yourselves and take care of somebody else. Hold on, and let's see. I feel like we need this. Yeah, this one goes out to Glenn Beck and all the guys that Paul was hanging out with. I'll see you tomorrow.
Let's party like we're moving gay, 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 gay. Buns and dongs and vests and thongs. Whoa, I love that feeling.
Hit that like, share the show.
Hoods have got the goods. Owie, owie, oh. Buns and dongs and vests and thongs. Whoa, I love that feeling. Zipper hoods have got the goods. Owie,